What's going on, you fine folks? I'm glad you're here. I'm your host, Garnet Glasses. This is a Gamecock football podcast, and we're going to dive into the 2024 rush scheme. We're going to take a look and see how the team was able to be so effective yet simple. We're going to see what we were able to do to be able to land fourth in the conference in rushing. All that and more. Let's pull up the tape. All right, guys, so I'm going to start you out with split flow, because this is the core. This is the base. This was what our offense clicked off. This made our offense click. Now, before I get too far in, just let you know I've had a cold, still have some lingering effects, so if my voice goes out or cracks, I apologize. Shoot, some mornings I sound like Barry White. I kind of like it. But anyway, so we're going to start out with split flow. Again, this was what we built our offense around. Last year, the Gamecocks ran inside zone 60% of the time, 63% to be accurate. So they ran inside zone 63% of the time. And it was this same run over and over. So the O-line and running backs, they pretty much had the same job over and over. That was a simple part. How they were able to be so effective was they were able to take the misdirection of split flow and turn this into quite a few different things. They could turn it into triple option. They could turn it into just quarterback keeper. Or they could turn it into an RPO. They did a lot with this one run play, and they were pretty effective with it. The Gamecocks had 259 attempts. They gained 1,277 yards, 4.9 yards a clip, all on inside zone, all pretty much this same exact play. So that's the point of the video to explain how they did it. So let's go. So we're going to start out with split flow, inside zone, and you'll see how this pretty much how our offense clicked, how this one play we were able to generate so much. Sorry. Enough babbling. Let's dive in. All right. Gamecocks are in 11 personnel. Let me find my little drawy thing. Gamecocks are in 11 personnel, one tight end, one running back. It's a 2x2 formation. One receiver here. Right, so you got one receiver, two receiver. Then you got one receiver, two receiver. 2x2 formation, 11 personnel. One running back, one tight end, 11 personnel. So the O-line is going to block down. Everybody's blocking down. Your tight end is going to split flow across and pick up that backside edge. That's what split flow is, right? Everybody's flowing one way, and then the tight end is going to split it and come across. So this is split flow. Let's just watch it. So I got it in slow motion. See, the tight end's going to come across, pick him up. So your tight end's responsible for that backside C gap defender. Again, everybody blocks down. Alabama's in a 4-down front. This is an even front. Your center's uncovered. He thought about helping with the double, but with that D tackle, looks like he's slanting out to the B gap. Since he's getting that wide on the run, this actually helps us because he's pretty much taking himself out the play. So when he does that, the center's now able to get up quickly upfield to the linebacker. Alabama actually blitzes here. Good read by the backside guard. They were probably going to double that backside B gap, which is, you have to protect B gap in inside zone. It's very important. Backside B gap is very important in a lot of football, but really important inside zone. Anyway, starts out, but he sees the blitz, picks it up, and just wham, look at that. Boom! Love it. Backside edge defender, he comes down. He's playing a surf technique. So the Alabama edge defender is playing what they call a surf technique, right? Surf technique because it looks like he's on a surfboard, right? He's trying to stay vertical to the line to keep his hips vertical to the line or horizontal to the line of scrimmage. I think that's the right way to say it. So he's trying to stay square to the line of scrimmage. Let me say that. He's trying to stay square to the line of scrimmage to defend zone read, right? That's why surf technique was built, to try to defend zone read. Keep his hips square to the line of scrimmage, so if it is the back, with his hips square, he can attack downhill and get him. The quarterback pulls, again, hips square. Now he's able to turn and go after the quarterback. Again, surf technique. The issue is, when he comes down, he doesn't take all the air out the gap. What that means when he says doesn't take all the air out the gap, that just means he leaves space inside. And when he leaves space inside, the tight end now has leverage to come in and wham him. And as you saw, he comes in and Boom. Running back cuts behind him. First down. Really good run. Again, split flow action. Everybody's blocking one way. Again, as you'll see in all these videos, all linemen go one way, running back one way, tight end the other. All right, let's watch it live. Got a little zoom motion. Boom. There's your split flow. Now, from that, we were able to do a whole lot more. So now here's your base inside zone read. So here, the quarterback's going to read that backside edge. As you saw in the first play, right? Tight end came across and picked up backside edge. Split flow action, a little misdirection. Now, instead of picking up that backside edge, he's just going to come across and leak into the flat as an option for the quarterback to throw. This is an RPO, but this is your base inside zone read. With nobody blocking that backside edge, he's your quarterback's key. If he crashes, the quarterback pulls. If he stays, the quarterback hands it off. It's pretty much that simple, right? So your backside tackle is going to block down, and here, let me rewind. Let me slow down. So we're in 12 personnel. We got Shivers, but we got him as a tight end, and you got Simon and one running back. 12 personnel. The play actually starts out in a 3-by-1 formation. 3-by-1 meaning we have 3 receivers to one side. So we got 2 tight ends Harbor to one side and then 1 receiver backside. 3-by-1. All right. So we run a little cross formation motion with Harbor and a split flow. But your tight end's going to leak to the flat. It's an RPO. Quarterback's going to read the backside edge again. He's reading him. On this play, however, the backside edge stays put. So we hand it off. 3rd and 1, we pick up the first down. Roll that beautiful bean footage. There you go. Really nice job. We have the numbers. If he stays put, we have numbers in the box. And we pick up the first down. But you can see the RPO action right there by Simon. See? He comes across into the flat RPO. Now here's your mesh point with the quarterback and running back. So there's your mesh point right there. Boom. That's the mesh point. Mesh means where the ball meets the pocket of the running back. And you can see Norris's helmet. He's got eyes on this guy right here. He stays put. Again, he hands it off. And we run it. Again, this was all how we were able to be so effective running the same exact inside zone over and over. Well, not same exact, but you know what I mean. All right, so from there, right, we take that split flow action. Now, here's the RPO. So here's what happens if the edge crashes. Now, here again, we're in a 2-by-2 formation. This is 12 personnel. Let me find my drawing. Where's my drawing? All right, so you got 2 here, 1, 2. So you got 2-by-2 formation, 12 personnel. 2 tight ends, 1 running back. Again, split flow action, more misdirection. This time your tight end's going to block here. You get a double here. He's coming down, down, down. Again, everybody's going one way. So on this play, here's your read for the quarterback, number 22. A&M's in a 4 down front. This is an even front, but they have a 5th guy crashing the party, right? When he crashes down, Sellers going to pull it. And from there, I think it was like a 66-yard touchdown. Crash, pull, throw. Now, something I want to show what I really liked about this. I mean, Simon, now I do want to give credit Texas A&M corner. He's on Harbor, and he reads it. He comes off. Watch him. Watch him try to punch the ball. And then Simon just out-muscles him. But also watch the catch. That's a really good tight end. That's a playmaker at tight end. And he just out-muscles him, man. 66 yards to the house. Right? So the Gamecocks took the split flow action and turned it into an RPO triple option. Or actually, this just could have been a triple option, but we threw it, so you get the point. Boom. All right, so this is Grays, right? Again, split flow action, some more misdirection. But this time around, we have the tight end off the line. So we have the tight end in the slot. This is a 2-by-2 formation. This is 11 personnel. Or is it 12? I think that's I don't know if that's Mazio. I can't see his number. Anyway, so not important. So this is some more split flow misdirection, but this time we have the tight end out in the box. Out in the slot. He's going to come across the formation like he does in split flow. Again, the O-line and running back are doing the same thing you saw in all the other plays. They're blocking down. Again, I keep losing my drawing. So everybody's blocking down, right? Again, split flow action, a little pre-snap motion. He's going to come across. But watch him. Now, this is what they call arc. So he's going to fake the block, right? He's going to come across and pretend he's going to block him, but then he's going to leak out. Now, this is not an RPO. He's not looking for a pass. He's your lead blocker for your quarterback. That's his job. He's going to fake the arc. He's going to fake like he's blocking the C-gap defender, but then he's going to sneak out and be the lead blocker for the quarterback. This is zone read all the way. Again, another really cool design that turned the same play into something different. Here we go. Again, as we saw on split flow, with split flow, again, remember the first play, he came up and he blocked the final C-gap defender. And again, the Alabama end is playing surf technique. This time, however, he takes all the air out the gap. He may get just a little too far inside, though. But either way, it's a DN versus Lenore Sellers. Even if he played it perfectly, he's not catching Lenore's. But there's your arc. So he's going to fake. Oop, nope. And then he's going to arc out and pick up this linebacker, right? So now you have hat on a hat, right? He's coming picking him up. He's got him. He's got him. And now the quarterback's going to run. There you go. This is what I call graze. Now, before I go to the next play, just to see, the tight end is backside. He's going to work. The tight end. The tight end is front side. He's working backside because the quarterback is pulling on zone read, right? Now, if the edge guy would have stayed put, Lenore's would have handed it off, and we'd have ran it. So here you go. There you go. Boom. Now, I was going somewhere with it, and my mind went blank for a second. But he's arcing. See? Boom. The end crashes down or gets too far down in the box. Good read. Good pull by Sellers. And he's out. Boom. Everybody's blocking. See, again, you saw the RPO split flow. Then you saw your traditional split flow where the tight end blocks the backside C. And now here he's arcing to get out as a lead blocker for the quarterback. Now this is what I called Gray's arc play. Now we also had another arc play which I called Griffin. So I labeled this as Griffin. Now the tight end is backside. All right, so this is 11 personnel. Man, where is there he goes. Come on, man. All right, so this is 11 personnel. So we have one tight end, one running back, 3 wide receivers. So 11 personnel. This is a 3-by formation. 1 receiver, 2 receiver, 3. 1. So this is a 3-by-1 formation. This is pistol. So we're in pistol formation in a 3-by-1 set, 11 personnel. Now, what I liked about this play, as you saw in the play before this, the tight end was front side and he worked backside and arced for the quarterback. Well, now the tight end's starting backside, but he's still going to arc. Now he's going to fake and he's going to come out. So again, it's just a small tweak, but it makes the play just a little different. Again, watch him see he's going to arc. But the quarterback hands it off. The quarterback hands it off. Watch the edge. See the edge? The edge guy stays out of the fit or out of the box, however you want to call it. Gives us numbers. Norris hands it off, and we pick up a good gain. Sorry, I cut it off. I apologize. But again, the O-line and running backs are doing right. They're blocking the same way. Their job's not changing. Again, I've showed you what, 3 or 4 plays of the same run, but the little tweaks by the quarterback and tight end made it something different. So that's your arc. Now from there, we were able to turn it into triple option. All right, so Gamecocks come out. Now, again, where is my drawy thing? Goodness gracious. All right, so, Gamecocks are in 11 personnel. This is, oh man, I'm so sorry. Number 7, I can't believe I done forgot his name. I'm so sorry. But it looks like a 2 tight end set. But this is 11 personnel. It's a 2x2 formation. 1, 1, again, 1, 1. 2 receivers on each side. 1 tight end, 1 running back. 11 personnel. But what we did, we hid Larva Dan. Duh. Oh my God. Duh. So we hid Larva Dan in a traditional tight end looking off of the tackle's butt. Right. So we kind of hit him in the box, and we're going to run what I call an orbit motion. So he's going to come across and around like an orbit. This is triple option football. Again, the O-line, running back, same thing. Quarterback's reading, pulling, and go. So let's watch it, and then I'll explain it. But with this one, I do need, I'm sorry. All right, so here's the pull read, right? Zone read action, same zone read thing. Here is the end, right? That's the pull action. He comes down too far in the box. Lenore's pulls. Now, there happens to be an extra guy. This dude crashing the party. That's the pitch option. So the quarterback has two reads here. He has the pull read and he has the pitch read. Again, I'm sorry I keep saying again, but this is just like triple option football back in the day. If we were in wishbone, you got the dive play, quarterback reads. If he don't like it, he pulls it, and then he's got a pitch read to pitch it. Again, just like the wishbone, but this is just your new age triple option. We're running out of shotgun. Again, you got your regular, your basic zone read right here. This is the dive read. He comes down, the quarterback pulls. Again, had he stayed, the quarterback would have handed it off. But on this one, serve techniques, he gets too far down in the box. And again, the O-line's doing the same thing. They're all blocking down. The running back and the O-line doing the same thing. We got the orbit motion, so we do got a lot going on here. And then we got the split flow, but he's arcing. So the tight end is arcing, like you saw in the other 2 plays, to be a lead blocker for the quarterback. But again, 2 reads. Zone read, which is your basic zone read, but for the matter of triple option, this is your dive read. And then you have the guy who crashes the party, who is the pitch read. All right, let's roll that beautiful bean footage. There's the pitch read. Boom. Triple option. Again, it's the same inside zone run. Your O-line and running back are doing the same thing. But now it's triple option football with the same arc on the split flow misdirection. That was the thing. Again, the split flow, the misdirection by the tight end made all this work. That's why I said that South Carolina's 2024 offense was based around the tight end at the line of scrimmage. That's why I called it. It was a zone read option football team in 2024. In 2023, we were a drop back passing offense, right? 2023, we had Spencer Rattler, Xavier Leggett. We're a drop back passing team. Fast forward a year later, we bring in Coach Sean Elliott. He implements his zone option scheme, right? So we have new personnel. We don't have Rattler and Leggett anymore. Now we have Lenore Sellers at quarterback, and we have Rocket, and we have some athletic guys. And oh my God, I can't. Again, the most important part, Josh Simon, a really athletic tight end. And sorry, I was trying to go somewhere. My brain's still fizzling. I'm sorry. That's one thing I liked about Coach Dow Loggins. I loved his ability, how he was able to build his offense around his personnel. Loggins was here 2 years. We had 2 different offenses. No, we didn't install new schemes and new verbiage and all that. No. What I'm talking about, as I said, he ran his offense or built how he called plays based on his personnel. Again, 2023, we had Rattler, a gunslinger at quarterback, and we had Xavier Leggett at wide receiver. Fast forward a year later, we no longer have these guys, but now we have a redshirt freshman quarterback, uber athletic, big, strong, fast quarterback, really good running backs, and we have some speedy receivers. And I did it again. Oh my God! If one of y'all was here, you'd slap me in the back of the head. And we had an athletic tight end who was really good with the ball in his hands. So what did Coach Loggins do? He built his offense around those pieces. So while a lot of people didn't like him or, whatever, because he wasn't some popular name, the one thing you cannot discredit him, or the one thing you can't take from him, or the one thing he deserves love for. My God, I'm so sorry. The one thing he deserves his flowers, the one thing he deserves credit for. He built his offense around the personnel, around his players. And he did it. Also, another thing, so 2 things I'm going to throw at you that I really liked about him that it's kind of hard to argue. He built his offense around his personnel. And he put his playmakers in position to make plays. Look what he did with Leggett, Rattler. 1,000 yards receiving, 3,000 yards passing. And then look last year with Lenore and Rocket and Simon, what he was able to do with those guys. So again, 2 things he was really, really good at. And I kind of miss right now because we're 2 games into the 2025 season, but I'm not going to do that. All right, anyway. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off on my tangent. I apologize. But back. So that was your triple option. All right, now we're going to go. Sorry. Hold on, my mic's messing up. So this is core, what I labeled as core. And I call it core because the tight end's in the core. He's blocking the final C-gap defender. As I showed you as we saw on split flow on the other ones, the tight end was front side and then he'd work back side to either block the final C-gap defender or fake it or release. Well, on core, he starts back side and he's going to block that final C-gap defender. And we ran this 78 times for 421 yards. But again, it's the same play as the other inside zones, but now we have an extra hat in the box to block. Again, the O-line and running back all do the same thing. Nothing changes. We do have a zoom motion. And the one thing I want to point out about this play, probably most people miss, but I really like it. So LSU's in a middle field closed coverage, meaning they got a single high safety. And for us, we're in a 2x2. This is 11 personnel, so 1 tight end, 1 running back, 3 wide receivers, and then a 2x2. Again, 2 receivers on both sides. So what happens in these plays? Usually the safety comes out in the box, so you try to get, to cover each eligible receiver. And what I liked about it, so when we run the motion, now LSU's going to have to rotate safeties. So when they rotate safeties, number 10 is going to rotate. So he's going to have to come down to try to help cover number 3. But the thing is, when number 10 rotates, right, they're also going to send a blitz. And when they do, with that safety rotating, now he's now 15, 20 yards downfield. And now our running back's running free. So that was a really good call. I don't know if that was designed or meant to happen, but if it was, that was really smart. Because the motion takes the safety out. Now there's one less hat to worry about, and Rocket busts it for an explosive run. Alright, so these were the zone runs. Again, it was the same run over and over, but we had different options to make it look different, force the defense to defend it differently, and we were very successful with it. 259 attempts, 1,277 yards, 4.9 yards per rush. Alright, there we go.